All right, we're going to do some notes today. Make sure that you have this note-taking guide open in DocHub, and that can be found on Google Classroom in the notes receiving from family, friends, and nonprofits. Let's go ahead and present. And of course, as usual, I'm going to let you know anytime it's time for you to add a note onto your note-taking guide. Starting with the first blank. You are better off being a part of a community than by yourself. What does that statement mean to you? So this is one where you're going to answer the question individual to you, just based on everything that we've learned so far about communities. And next blank, what is a community? A community is a group of people working together for a common good. That could mean, and this is for the next blank, what communities are you a part of? It could mean local communities like your city, your school, or a club, or a sports team. It could extend to the state or your country, or it could even be a virtual community, such as social networking, like, a group forum. Nobody does that. Group chat, maybe. Okay, so what benefits are you receiving from being a part of these communities? And that will be the next blank. You are getting access to resources. By being a part of your local community, you are able to enjoy roads that are maintained, stores that are offered in your community, social relationships within your community, meaning friendships, family, whatever, your friends at school, things like that. And then social capital is what you are gaining from those social relationships. So that'll be the next blank. Social capital is a benefit of being a part of a community. It is the access a person has to the social relationships that can provide those resources, which we're going to talk about next. So, what benefits do you get specifically from these social relationships? You can possibly get a monetary gift from a family member because you were a part of the community of your family, and you have that social relationship with, say, your aunt. You might get a gift of money from your aunt. So that would be one type of benefit you get from these social relationships. An athletic trainer may help you reach your fitness goals. So because you are connected with an athletic trainer or potentially your coach, they are going to help you to reach your fitness goals. And that is something that is not a dollar amount, but is something that you are still getting a benefit from just by being a part of that sports team or that class or that gym or whatever it is. Knowledge from a teacher or instructor. So all of the teachers at your school are going to be able to teach you something. It could be a class that you're taking outside of school, like Taekwondo or an art class or something else, music lessons that you're getting. Teamwork from an organization such as a sports team or any other kind of club. You're getting some amount of the ability to work with others and to work as a team for a common goal. These are all ways that you are getting benefits. And support from a friend during tough times, so emotional support. And if you look at the colors here, these are categorized by the different categories of well-being. So this is your financial well-being, physical well-being, intellectual well-being, social well-being, and emotional well-being. Consider indirect financial benefits. I don't think indirect has a dash in it. Received from social capital. So this would be the last blank, I believe, yes, on the first page. In-kind income. In-kind income is the someone paying you in a way other than money. So all the things that we were talking about last time could be examples of in-kind income. But here's some more examples. A place to live for free. Your parents are giving you an in-kind income right now by providing something for you that you are not having to pay for. A ride, if your car breaks down, maybe your parents would do that, maybe a friend, maybe another family member, but that would be a way that someone could pay you without money. They're giving you something that is not money. And borrowing a lawnmower to mow your lawn. So if you were able to do that from a neighbor, um, then that person would be paying you a version of in-kind income. All right, most people's social capital consists of one of these or all of these things: family, friends, and profits. And we're going to go into more of these in detail on the second page of your note-taking guide. First of all, what is family? As if you needed a definition for that, here is one. Related or unrelated individuals sharing various resources, especially time and money, who also show concern about each other's well-being. So you could have family, what you are considering family, people who not necessarily live in your house, but they are just part of your core group. It could be family, it could be friends, could be extended family, could be a lot of different definitions, but this is how we're going to describe it for today. So, family support. How are members of your family supporting you currently? So what you are going to write on those three blanks at the bottom of the family column is, how are you currently getting support from family? And use the last slide for the definition of family. Consider things like the in-kind income, place to live, a ride, maybe they're providing you a vehicle, maybe they're providing you with clothing, maybe they're letting you borrow things or even offering emotional support. Consider those well-being domains. Oh my gosh. Okay. So a couple slides ago, when we had the 5 lists and they were all different colors, we're talking about they can support you emotionally, physically, financially, intellectually, or whatever the other one was, socially, maybe. Um, and so think of how you are currently receiving support. Do you have a best friend who's always there for you? Do you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, family member who's providing something for you? Gym teacher, coach, or teacher, club or organization sponsor, things like that. And consider how your family provides for both your needs and your wants. So, thinking of all these things, you're going to write down 3 specific ways that you currently get support from your family. And this is not on there, but what would you do if you didn't receive this support from your family? So I hope that none of you have been through this, but if you were to lose members of your family or for some reason not be able to live where you live right now, how would that change the support that you receive, and how do you think it would affect you? Friends is the second column. So, what are 3 ways your friends support you? So, thinking of all the things that we were thinking of before: in-kind income, different ways that you're receiving support that is monetary or not monetary, meaning money or not money. How do your friends support you? Maybe they're providing entertainment, if nothing else. And then the third column, what is a nonprofit organization? This is an organization that exists just to benefit others through either a human service, conservation, religious, or other charitable purposes. And so think of things like churches, food banks, pregnancy resource center, conservation groups, sure, clubs, any kind of a program that is there for the purpose of providing something to a specific or the general population, without trying to earn money for themselves. They're not a business exactly. They're just trying to provide. They're trying to bring in money. They're maybe asking for money, fundraising for money, and then using that to give back to the community. So you are to list what are two nonprofits in your local community. And I'm not going to give you the answer to this, but hopefully based on their definition and what I just went through, you're able to think of at least two things in your community. And here are a few more examples. Do we have any of these things in our town? Okay. What are the two primary ways you can benefit from nonprofits? It says on your note-taking guide, and here they are. One, it's going to enhance your social capital, meaning connections with people. That's what that means. It means if I have a lot of social capital, it means I have a lot of people that I could call on for help in different ways. Someone could babysit for me if I really needed it. I could borrow something from somebody if I really needed it. I might have somebody who could provide some money if I really needed it, um, or just a listening ear. If I have people that I could call on, that's my social capital. So nonprofits can provide that for you. They can provide, now I have an organization and their whole purpose is to help me out in this way. So if I call them, I know that I could get some help for whatever it is that I need. And the other way, oh, or give back to a nonprofit. Sorry, I didn't realize that was there. This can also enhance your human capital. Good note right there. And that was your knowledge, skills, and experience that makes you a more marketable employee. Okay, another thing that nonprofits can do is assist you in times of need. So they can be there and they can assist you. They can help you get whatever it is that you need to survive. If that is the problem, you can get food, clothing, shelter, or they can connect you with other resources that are going to help you to get to a place again where you're going to be able to be self-sufficient. Giving back is kind of the next part of this. So whenever you receive help from others, even if it's just from your parents, giving you a birthday gift or whatever, it's important to express gratitude, meaning saying thank you in some way or another to anybody who provides you support. So here's the circle of life: receiving help, giving help, receiving help, giving help. And both of those things add to your well being. So receiving help from others helps you to get through whatever it is you're going through. But then, whenever you've gone through it, it's really important to give that back to someone else, to share what you have now with someone else. And that can really add to your well being as well. So you were supposed to answer in your own words, why is it important to give back to those you have received from? So I think I explained that a little bit, but I'll go into a little more detail. For social capital to work, it's important for everyone to give and receive. Giving back to those who you receive from is a form of gratitude and will enhance your social capital. So if you're just taking all the time, people are going to realize that, and eventually they might stop giving to you. So then you have no circle, right? So if it's money, it's money. But if it's not money, it could be, hey, I'm done with these clothes. I'm going to give those to Goodwill so now somebody else can use them. Or it could be your time. You're now going to volunteer one weekend a month at the doing whatever it is that was able to help you, and you're able to give back in some way or another. And then therefore you're going to have more connections with that organization, so that eventually when you need something else, they are going to remember you, and they're going to know that you're eventually going to get back out of whatever hole you've dug yourself into, or you fell into, whatever. All right, moving on. Social capital and financial support. You might receive benefits from social capital that you may have had to pay for otherwise. So if someone is lending you their lawnmower because yours went kaput, then you would have had to otherwise buy a new lawnmower, and now you're able to mow your yard for a couple last times in the year until such time as you can get your lawnmower fixed or buy a new one later. And so, in your own words, you're going to say, how can social capital help you financially? So, anything that you're thinking of that you would be getting from someone else um, as a gift or an in-kind income, um, think of the monetary value of that thing. If that person was not giving it to you or lending it to you, providing it for you, whatever, what would the monetary value be of that? What about where you live? If your parents were not providing you with a place to live for free, what would that cost? If your car breaks down and you get a ride from somebody, and your other option would have been to get a taxi, if we were in a different place, what would that have cost you? So that's you're going to answer that in your own words. And that is all of the notes for today. And the next thing, nope, we're waiting till Monday. That's all for today.